We're live.
Are you live?
I think so. The microphone is
Say
reading.
something.
Oh my
Live.
goodness.
It says you're live,
It says
Dinah.
we're live. Okay.
7 seconds in.
2 minutes late.
That
we
was
made
a
it.
Boy,
we needed a
education.
tutorial on that one.
Yeah. Well, listen. How are you, Dinah?
I'm okay. Welcome, you guys. This is the Knitting Place podcast going live.
Live podcast, right?
Live. I can't believe it.
And why are we going live today versus a regular podcast as we would normally do?
Well, it's funny. I think it kind of snowballed. Every day this week we tried to do a podcast, and then it just didn't work out. So we decided to go live.
You said, why don't we just go live?
Right. But it was also, I think, because people decided, well, we had a lot of visitors this week, and it was super exciting.
Yeah,
we had visitors from Maryland, from Connecticut, from New Jersey. And we said, you know what? Not everybody is fortunate to come out to us. And we said, why don't we go live and join you guys?
There you go.
So here we are.
What are we talking about, Dinah?
Let's talk about what we're wearing. What do you have on?
I am this week wearing my Willa, having redone my sleeves because I wasn't happy with my pickup and my underarm, so I redid that.
Looks beautiful on you.
And although it's not as loose as, it is loose, but it's not quite as loose as it was initially supposed to be. But I'm okay with that.
It looks fabulous.
Yeah, I think it's about 44 or so around, which is fine. So it has nice positive ease.
What did you use?
I used the Suburban Stitcher sock in color Granny Square, which we just got in, and it's gone.
It's gone.
It's gone.
It's all gone.
As fast as it comes in, it goes.
God bless Diane. We need her to dye more yarn.
I know.
Super cute.
Thank you, Diane.
Does it feel comfortable?
It's very comfortable. I always struggle with the length. Is it too short? Should I have made it longer? But
it looks great.
I'll tell you right now.
It really looks beautiful.
It's not. I'm not taking it out, and I'm not making it longer.
I'll wear it
the way it is. Unlike you, right, Dinah? Well, Dinah has something to show you too.
I finished my florist sweater. And if you look at my Instagram, I think it was from, Monday, Tuesday, when the Knitting Posse came, I wore it, and it looks fabulous over a dress.
You did have it on. You had it on over your dress, yeah.
And it works perfectly because it hits right where my pockets, like in my dress.
Yep.
It's a perfect crop length. But Pam said, Dinah, you have to wear your florist sweater.
I did tell her to wear a florist, and she said she's not wearing it.
Yeah, because I have like this middle bulge.
Well, we had that conversation the other day. We felt the length was good for a dress, but if she wants to wear it when it's not the summertime, she would want to make it a little bit longer. And how are you going to do that? We were talking about that when the posse was here. Are you going to take out the ribbing and make it longer in the body stitch, or are you going to make the ribbing longer?
I think I'm going to make the body stitch longer.
How much longer do you want it to be?
I have this much yarn left. I figured let me just get on and use it.
Okay.
Oh, Mary is on. Hi, Mary.
Yes, she said.
I would like to make it longer, and I'll probably go as long as I can. But the problem is if I make it longer, I don't know if it would look good with my dress.
That's true. You're right.
So it's a type of sweater.
I think that you should leave it the way it is.
For summer, I'm definitely leaving it the way it is. Yeah. I just want to wear it with my dress.
I love that color. That's called Sugar.
This is
Suburban,
Sugar.
Right.
And
also came in and went out.
Yeah. We did reorder these, I swear. I thought I ordered a generous amount, but they did all go. But we have lots of hand-dyed yarns and lots of beautiful speckles, and it doesn't have to be the same colorway that we used. But I do want to talk about something. I got a request to discuss the ribbing and the pattern. So someone had messaged and said, what happens after the neckline? When you finish the neckline, you go into this beautiful rib pattern, which is different than the neckline, and that is the pattern that's throughout the body.
Right.
In the back, you have short rows, and the short rows actually occur in pattern.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're out of pattern in the short row section, you do need to take it back. It looks like
you're talking about what Susan came in with the other day?
No, this is Debbie sent me a message.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So you definitely want to make sure that when you do your short rows, you're staying in this ribbed pattern that's already established.
Mm-hmm.
The other question people have been asking me is what technique I use to alternate skeins. Now, in the beginning, when I first cast this on, I did use the helical
Right.
knitting method, and I did make a note telling you guys that you need to stay in pattern. After reading the instructions incorrectly and having to rip myself, I had realized that it would be easier to just alternate skeins. So I do want to show you what happens when you alternate skeins inside my sweater. There's this line
I
here.
see that.
Do you see it? It's I
Go
didn't
farther
do
away.
I didn't do
There it
there
is.
it
That's
is.
perfect.
So
Yeah,
do you
right
see
there.
this line
Yeah.
right there? It's
Yeah.
like constant going throughout. There it is. That is me just dropping ball A,
And
picking up ball B
B.
every single round.
And you did that because of the stitch pattern in
Yes.
this pattern, correct?
Right. It's very easy to do helical knitting when you're all in the round
Yep.
in stockinette, or if you were all in purl. But because of the stitch pattern that's going on in this design, it was difficult. I was able to keep it in pattern, but what was happening is that every other round, my purl stitch was shifting.
Right, right.
So one purl stitch would be eliminated, and I was afraid I would get like a barber pole
Correct.
around my
Right,
sweater, so
right,
I didn't
right.
want that.
Where I, on the other hand, this is just plain stockinette, so I did do the helical knitting on this.
You did. Now,
And
did
I
you mind
alternated
that?
my skeins. No. Did
Now,
I mind what?
the helical knitting.
No,
Right,
no.
'cause
I did not.
I was listening to we were listening to Kimberly today, and she was talking about if you have hand-dyed yarns, she winds her yarns and she looks to see if things
Right.
are different.
Well, it depends how
Sometimes it's
different
hard.
they are.
Yeah, sometimes.
I had that experience last year when I made the the slub yarn. What was that called, Dana?
Oh, the peep show.
Peep show.
Mhm.
I had 2 skeins of slub, and
Did it look different to you when you had them wound?
uh
It's hard to say.
I'll be very honest with you. I didn't even look. If I had looked,
Well, because we didn't
I
know
would have
Kimberly's
seen.
technique.
I would have seen,
Right.
and I would have seen that it looked much different, and I would have done something. Someone is asking Dinah, if
that?
you decide to ship to Canada, Dinah does ship to Canada. So if you
yes.
have an order, people
Just
place
needs-
it, and we may give you a call, about postage, but we do ship to Canada. As an aside, I just saw that. But yeah, so that's why I decided to do this, because last year when I got the peep show was cropped. So when I got to the bottom, maybe 20% of the sweater, I had a very big section in the back that was it just wasn't looking good. And so, when I got this, I said, well, you know what? When I got like right over here, that's when I started alternating.
Right.
And that's what I did. But I was just in stockinette, so I did helical.
Right.
Whereas Dinah, with her stitch pattern.
It's very different.
Right.
So Allison is asking, what is helical knitting? And you shouldn't be sorry. That's what this is about. Hopefully you'll learn from us. Helical knitting is a technique used to alternate skeins while knitting in the round. If you're doing a flat garment and you need to alternate skeins, you can simply knit 2 rows in color A and then drop A and then pick up ball B, and you work, when I say knit, work 2 rows in color B. When you're knitting in the round, it's different. And some people don't like this line that occurs on the inner garment when you are dropping ball A and dropping ball B.
Right.
I think one of the things you have to be mindful of is not to pull.
Not to pull tightly.
Yeah. I still have elasticity. And when it's very easy to pull tightly or tug on the yarn when you drop a skein.
Right.
Like I noticed myself a little bit in the beginning that happened in the raglan, and I had to be mindful so that
you don't
my
want to have a
raglan seam,
tightness.
it wasn't
you don't
tight.
Have a tightness.
Here it is in the raglan,
There you go.
just so you could see what I'm talking about. So there's the change of ball right there. So helical knitting, we don't have a video on it, but you can certainly look on YouTube. There are a couple of good videos out there. And
or
you
if you
check
feel
it
that
out.
if you feel that your balls don't look different, just go for it and don't do anything. Or if you're okay if they look different, that's another thing too. So it's really up to you as the knitter.
The reason to use it is to offset any ball banding, and ball banding means is if you have one ball of a hand-dyed yarn and then your second ball, although it might be the same color, it looks completely different when you knit it.
Right.
So it's got sections.
Someone is asking if you twist the yarn when you change. Did you twist the yarn?
I didn't have to twist it because you finish with one. It's not carrying up. It's different. I'm not carrying the thread up because it's only one round.
It's only one round.
Right.
So if it
So
were,
right.
if it
I
were
just
more
pick
than
up the
one
new
round,
one.
you would
Yeah.
twist it.
There's no need to twist.
So there you go. That makes it even easier.
Yeah.
So I love all these hello from Colorado, from Phoenix, and I wish I was there right now.
I haven't read any of the comments. So this is hard. This is have we done this before, the live?
We did it once before.
We did, right. We did
A
do it
long
once
time
before.
ago. A
right.
long time ago.
So we don't know if we should be reading the comments or
Right.
talking to you.
Right.
So bear with us while
we may go back at the end and answer questions
find our
and
groove.
so on and so forth. But so what else do we have? We talked about what
Someone
we're wearing.
Is asking what I'm wearing. I am wearing the V-back tee, although I'm wearing the V in the front.
It can be worn either way with
Yes,
the V in the front or the rounded. It's a rounded neck in the back.
It's reversible. So I like to personally wear it with the V in the front.
Yep.
It's a crew neck in the back, and you can certainly wear it reversible.
And
you can,
Dinah did a grading of colors. You can do 3 colors, 5 colors, 1 color. Kimberly's that she did hers is just 1 color. It looks beautiful.
Yes.
It looks beautiful.
You used 3 colors using a 5-color fade.
I did the 5 color fades. What I did, I went dark, medium, light, medium, dark. Which
is beautiful.
Which I liked ending with the dark on the bottom and the dark on the top. And I used Suburban and
Asylum fibers.
Asylum. Thank you very much.
So I admired Pam's. I loved the 5 look, but I had already started, and
she was married to the 3 fade at the time.
I was.
You were farther along. Yeah.
Further along on the 3 fade, and then I jumped ship and I decided to do a 4 color fade, and that's why I have my top color at the bottom.
Right.
Looks like it's getting a little washed out.
And it also depends too, if Dinah had decided she was doing the 5 color fade, I mean, it's all numbers in this pattern. So you would just be
very
following
well it because she tells you
extremely
how
well
many.
written. Yeah.
So the V-back tee, you should check it out.
Yep.
Okay.
So that's what you're wearing. What else do we have?
Speaking of Asylum, maybe we'll save that for later.
I think we have something to open up. How about doing a live? Well, we do live unboxings, but just not on YouTube.
We're live.
So what's been popular this week has been this, correct?
Oh, yeah.
Let's talk about that for a second.
That's your baby.
Well, we were doing bucket hats. So we couldn't just do one bucket hat. I don't know where mine, it's over there somewhere. The initial one was made out of raffia. So what we did, we had this one last week. So since then, we've crocheted up this one and this one, and it's up on the website. The pattern is available with purchase. It's crocheted, right, Dinah?
Yes. So for all you crocheters out there.
Correct. And what else do we have to say about it, really?
It's a fairly easy pattern. I think the Knitting Posse joined us again. I'm not sure who's on with us.
Yes, I think it's Kate. I saw Kate was on. Yeah,
okay, hi, Kate. Hi, everyone, by the way. And thank you for joining us. This is exciting.
But my hat, this was done with 2 skeins of sparkly Berlin, which I'm holding in my hand here in a different colorway. And the same hook that the pattern talks about, which is an E.
Yes.
Right? Now, Dinah did this one, and you changed hook size, right?
Yes. The yarn is slightly thicker, so I felt that it would be easier to crochet with the F hook. So I just upped the hook size. It didn't really change the gauge that much, but it could be because I'm a tight crocheter. So you definitely want to check your gauge. The gauge is on the pattern. I know people have been asking, we don't have the actual dimensions of the diameter of the hat.
It's 7.
Or the circumference. It's approximately 7.
Correct. 7 across.
Between 6.5 and 7.
This one I know was 7 because I measured it. So, again, you don't want it to be too, because when you're making this, 7. I've tried it on my head and it almost feels too tight. If you were to, get to here and try it on, you'd say, wait a second, this doesn't feel right for a hat. But have faith and follow through.
It does give.
Right.
It stretches a little bit. I had that feeling with the first hat that I made.
Correct.
And
I even had that with this one too, with the paper hat. And I think we've included in the pattern the row gauge.
Oh, interesting.
What?
This crown, so this top is actually slightly smaller.
No, that's a thinner yarn though too.
Right. So you can always just go up a hook size. It's just a little bit larger.
But the pattern includes the gauge and the row gauge. So, you have that to go against to check yourself. But again, just to follow up, a few new crochet kits. They asked what your sweater was, Dinah, that you were,
The holding up?
what the name of it was.
I'm sorry. This is Flores, and you guys aren't going to, we'll put I don't know, can we put the comments at the bottom of the live?
I think you can put something down at the bottom.
This is called Flores, Flores, and the one that Pam is wearing is called Willa.
Willa, by This Bird Knits.
Right. And I'm wearing the V-back tee, and that is by... Okay.
I don't remember. You're going to have to look it up, Dinah.
Okay.
Anyway.
Who knows who knit the V-back tee?
Exactly. Look it up and put it in the comments.
Please.
Anyway, so that's what's been going on this week in the crochet world in the shop, right, Dinah?
Yes. They're asking if we ship to United Kingdom. Right now, it's a little difficult. It's not that it's difficult. I have to go through some extra steps, and I haven't done that yet. If anyone can recommend someone to do that for me, I'm willing to take help.
There you go.
Anyone to help me out is good. And as far as shipping to Canada or any other country, I have no problem doing that. We ship internationally all the time. It just has to go through email so that I can get your shipping information and your email address and phone number. Customs has a lot of questions, so we'll converse over email.
Shipping to the United States, still having problems with the Prime Minister, PM. I remember that.
Unfortunately.
Anyway,
the Queen.
There you go. There you go.
Shame on me.
So,
okay. So do you want to show some of the options?
Yeah, might as well.
We're going to kind of go with the same format.
Right.
Okay.
I guess you should. And Diner, listen to me. With my New York accent, she's a diner. And the hat this hat right here. I think we sold out of this colorway, right?
Yeah.
This is gone. But we do have this colorway.
Jamie Hoffman. Thank you.
Two skeins.
Posse. And Jamie Hoffman.
Thank you. There you go. And that is another version of it.
Yeah, that's more tonal. So this one will definitely do like the stripy
because you've got the beige and the pink and the burgundy.
This will definitely give you the look of this hat.
Right. And what Dinah has in her hand will as well.
Yes. But the other one is more tonal.
Correct. Yep.
And I love this one. This one looks like embers to me. Look at that.
It does. It's pretty.
That's gorgeous.
Yeah. That's a pretty one.
Okay. So that's that. And then did you show them your color options?
No, I didn't. Not yet. And this is the
I'm nervous.
Sparkly
you guys, I'm nervous.
So this colorway is the beige colorway. It's hard to tell now, but it's got like little terracotta and green flecks in it.
Let me see if I can go close.
There it is. That's it. That's one colorway. And we have about 4 more.
This is, I think we call this one teal.
Mm-hmm.
Super cute. It's got
little
pink and teal.
Pink flecks.
Little flecks. Turn it to the side. You'll see all the flecks. This is a popular one, the light pink. Turn it to the side. It's
that's a pretty
pink,
one.
Purple, orange flecks. Very cute.
Yep.
This one's definitely more of a neutral.
That's pretty. If you like your grays.
And this is a good one.
Yeah. That's like a gray base. It's got a little teal flecks going on in it.
But also like navy, I think.
Yep.
Very nice.
Blue.
So
they're saying that they like the live with Beth McDonaldstone, Diana.
Oh, thank you guys. That was a great live.
And that was
informative.
Fun. I was just going to say that. It was very informative.
It was really fun. Yes.
And
we can thank the Knitting Posse for that because
they did a great job.
A knit along. So for those of you who don't know, we did mention it on the live, of course, but if you're joining us just for this live, the podcast, they're hosting a knit along starting September 1st through October 31st. The Knitting Posse and Beth McDonaldstone, they are going to have a cast on party. Although if you're super excited with your kit or whatever project you have, if you have yarn stash or wherever you're getting your yarn from, you can certainly cast on early. They're accepting whips.
That's correct. It's very nice because it's not like very structured. It's not that it's not structured. I don't mean it that way, but they're
going to have prizes. It is structured. It's just that they're very loose about
I mean, if you
rules.
wanted to start now, you could start now.
Yeah,
you could do more than one. It's not a specific one that you have to do, that kind of stuff. And Sil, your package is headed out tomorrow. You won that lovely 3-skein set. We were just talking about you before.
Yes.
So you are getting that.
Sorry it didn't go out yet.
A little crazy
A
this
little
week. That's
delay.
all.
I
Yeah.
apologize.
Anyway,
Congratulations.
so what?
Everyone's receiving their orders, and the Knitting Posse is saying they aren't big on rules.
That's good. That's my kind of thing.
Yeah, we like that.
Exactly.
No wonder we get along.
There you go.
Okay.
What's
so what
next?
else? You want to talk about the new shawl from Westmits?
Why don't we do? Yeah, we can do that. Yeah, we can do that. It's right here in front of me.
It's right there, and then we'll talk about Jones.
We did a few kits this week for our friend Stephen West. We're on a first name basis with him right now. Anyway, this is called Dustland. It's a shawl it's one color, which is surprising for Stephen, right?
Yes.
It's textured at the DK weight yarn. So we put kits together using two different yarns. The first one that we used was the Tove DK from Woolfolk, which is a lovely yarn. He has another shawl pattern, textured pattern called Pierre.
Yes, and we used this yarn for the Pierre shawl. We had kits in it. Fabulous.
And it looked fabulous. So when we were looking for yarn for this, I said, we have to do it.
Yeah, the stitch definition is lovely. This is Woolfolk Tove.
Correct. And it requires 6 skeins of Tove to make this shawl.
Really nice merino wool.
So we have about 5, I don't know, it's maybe 5 colors I think we selected.
Yeah.
We have 2 shades of gray, a lighter gray and a darker gray. Of course, the beautiful cream.
That's going to be stunning.
Yeah. I love this blue.
Like a winter white.
Yes.
It's not pure white, although it might be. Oh, there it is. It's not blown out.
No, that's a good representation.
Yes.
And this is
cadet blue?
I call it cadet blue. It's got a richness to it, or like a marine blue, something like that. And then this is up for debate. Is it green or is it brown?
Please leave a comment.
It's brown green.
Brown.
And they don't have names on it, so.
It's like the dress. What was that?
Remember, is it blue or is it something? I don't remember what it was, but in any event. So these are the colors of Tove DK that we selected for the Dustland shawl. I saw today on Ravelry, that he's saying he based this shawl off of a hat that he did years ago.
I think that was in the same booklet as the Boneyard shawl.
Correct.
I was going to say that.
And then he has mitts. He has fingerless mitts too. So that would be lovely. You could make a hat you could do his mitts, which is great for the fall, right?
Yes. I'm trying to think of the name of that hat. I know.
I know. I could look on Instagram. It was
that was the book that we did the beautiful Afghan out of. Oh my God. Good book.
I remember that.
Smith. Look it up. You might just want the book, ebook.
Yeah, he's got some great, and his earlier patterns, I mean, they're all good, but at that time he was a little more sedate than some of the but again, look what he's designing now. No, he still has. He still does nice things. So we did Tove DK because we knew how great that would be. But then we also decided, since Stephen used a non-superwash.
Saying olive. They all agree with you. It's green.
There you go. Thank you. No, I'm kidding. We decided, since
I think it's brown.
He did, I say tomato, you say tomato, right? That's it. We chose.
We won't call the whole thing off.
We won't call the whole thing. No, we won't. we chose Double Sunday from Sanduscan. Because why, Dinah? Because it's a non-super wash. It's a DK weight yarn. We use this. Is that upside down? No, it's coming. We use this for our Marseille sweater,
which we love.
Correct.
It's got a lovely hand.
Yeah.
And it's a different price point. So we understand that not everybody has the same budget, and we wanted to offer, when we can, we always try to offer options. And you never have to be afraid to call us, because if you're looking for an alternative, we're always very flexible.
Just make a suggestion.
Right. I will just preface by saying it takes a lot of work to put these kits together and get them photographed and put up online. So if you don't always see the options, it's just because it's a time. Yeah. It's a time management.
You can always call the shop.
Exactly.
Because there's many times there are different options. We can only show so many. Yep. But Dinah has in her hand camel, right?
Camel.
You know the colors better than I. This is
Dusty Rouge.
Dusty Rouge. This is
almond.
That's pretty. It's getting a little blown out. There it is. That's better.
Maybe
you can see the difference. And this is cardamom.
Cardamom.
That was go ahead. And this is whipped something.
Whipped cream.
Whipped cream.
I think that the cardamom is the colorway that I used.
I used cardamom too in my.
Oh, you used it for the stripe. Oh, interesting. So mine is the body. Yep. Great color.
And then, of course, these two colors are lovely. It's is it ballet pink?
Ballet shoes and pale blue.
Yep. And I like this one too. This is eucalyptus.
Yeah, these are all soft. You know, I'm thinking this would make a stunning baby blanket. Can you imagine?
Oh, that would be lovely. Which one, Dana?
It's very pretty. I want to make something.
Yeah,
I like those
that
colors
is a pretty
together.
color. Yeah. And then the last two colors that we chose were, this is the color of my Marseille. It was
Into the Woods,
which again is green. It goes a little brown, but it's definitely green. And this is, what do they call this?
Coffee bean.
Which to me looks like a raisiny color.
That's a red brown.
Yeah.
And that's definitely.
It's not brown. Into the woods. Green. It's into the woods. So you're
not like bark.
You're in a green brown. What, are there leaves on the trees? What is that? What is that expression?
Clearly, I've tunnel vision.
What is that thing? If a tree falls in the forest, but you don't see it fall, what's that? What is that whole thing? There's something. I can't remember now.
I can't
Someone
remember.
will know what it is. I don't know.
And
but
that's
anyway,
green also. Very funny, you guys. They all agree.
So anyway, what I was going to say, even though the Tove uses 6 skeins, this uses 8 skeins. This is a little bit less price wise than that one is, and I don't remember what that one is, or I have no idea. I don't remember. But
I don't recall, but the prices are on the website.
It's on the website, so you'll see. And so that's the Dustland from Stephen West.
And then we have another new shawl that dropped, and we're excited.
Does it still make a sound? That's what it is. Thank you, Deborah. If a tree falls in the forest and you're not, what is it? And you're not there, or you don't see it, does it make a sound? We used to talk about that in the car with the kids when we were driving home on trips.
Very cute. This is a new shawl that just dropped. It's by Paper Moon Knits. The designer is Joan Forgione, and she's a local designer, local as in Long Island. So we were super excited to promote her shawl. This one is called Blood on the Tracks. Actually, I'm not quite sure why she called it Blood on the Tracks. Maybe we have to get her on.
Well, the tracks, I think, are brioche.
Yes, and she actually just learned how to.
Yeah, she was saying
maybe that's her sweat and tears learning brioche.
Maybe that was it. Show them the back picture.
Here's a picture of the back. Beautiful wingspan.
Well, we've got the shawl.
Semicircle. We can actually show you the actual live.
We can
shawl.
show you the actual live shawl.
And we're super excited. We sold quite a few kits, so there's certainly a lot of love out there for the shawl.
It looks so much better in person.
It really does.
Look at that, guys.
That's stunning.
It's a fingering weight shawl.
She just learned brioche and she's already designing.
I know.
So
can you believe that? And look at the bottom. She just learned. Can you believe that?
She took a class with Nancy Marchant.
Lovely.
The queen of brioche.
And what she used brown would be her main color. And
575 yards
fingering
main color.
Correct.
So if you have stash and you're thinking about this design, you need approximately 600 yards fingering weight.
And then she used minis or what she had in her stash. I don't know.
She used a mini set.
Did she use a mini set? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then when she came down to the bottom, she alternated and shaded out the 5. So it's lovely. And so she has specific numbers on the yardage. I think the most she used on one of them was like 88 or 87.
84.
80 something.
So if you have a 90 yard
mini skein,
you're good.
Yeah.
Any of those minis.
Yep.
The ones that are about 45 yards, there are some, I think, the gumballs.
The knit
from the knitted wit.
Knitted wit, yeah.
I think only one of the colors would suffice. If you had unicorn tails, maybe 2. I think they have about 65 yards.
No, there's that like 52.
Oh, so then you can't even use that.
Well, you could if you had more than one. Yeah, there you go.
You could. But great for stash diving. So you don't need more than 90 yards on any color. And what we did is we don't have gradient mini packs, but we have an alternative.
Yes, I was going to say.
So let's show you what we have. Yes. So there's a beautiful yarn called Millie Kalori Baby. It's a self-striping yarn. It's fingering weight. And we thought this would be brilliant. You don't have to change yarn, cut yarn for any of the striping.
Especially at the bottom. You could just keep going.
Yep. You don't have to worry about that. So this is the main color.
Mm-hmm.
And hold that.
Yep.
And we paired that along. This is for all you neutral lovers.
Cole
from Suburban Stitcher. Now, some of the
Excuse me.
kits, if you go on the website, they did sell. But call us. We can always
Well,
come up with.
probably, maybe we can, we'll see if we can put some more together.
We may not be able to put exactly the same, but we might be able
Right.
to hit close.
Well, when we open that box, we might be able to.
Oh, that's right. Maybe surprise. I forgot.
And this is another one. This is a little bling in this one. This is the Milli Colori Luxe. So you can see it's picking up that little bit of a glimmer. And as you can see, there's gold, there's pink. Look at the colors that are in there. It's lovely. And that is paired with this lovely, I think it's called Clean Slate.
Yeah.
Is that what it is? It's like a gray blue. How pretty is that?
Oh, the glimmer looks really pretty.
Yeah, very pretty. So it's only 2 skeins of the gradient and 2 of these. And I love this. I can't believe this is still here, this colorway. This is my colorway. I love this colorway.
This is reminiscent of actually the original
The
shawl.
original one. I love this one. This colorway is Chicory from Suburban, which we love. Look at that, guys. Oh, show them all sides of that yarn. It's got a little burgundy. It's got gray. Oh, it's gorgeous.
It's just great.
I think that's beautiful.
It sold. All the burgundies, all the eggplants sold.
Right.
Oh, and that hot pink one.
The hot pink one sold.
Yes, that was a good one.
Gone. Well, you can see them on the website, but
we might be able to replicate.
Again, we haven't had a chance yet. We put it up yesterday, and that's another one. Oh, that's pretty too.
Yeah.
That's pretty too. I like that one too. This has got grays and dark gray, and I'm just going to ignore that phone call right now.
It's got like a burnt orange, black, very pretty. How many of you know how to brioche? And who's scared of brioche?
Don't be scared of brioche.
No, who was it? Someone just said, I think, is it Laura said she was taking a class.
Oh, did you?
I think she said at Webb's.
I think the thing that you have to do is if you take a class, you just have to do something right away in it.
Definitely a technique.
You know,
need to
like Dinah made a, what was that cowl? It was, what's her name from New Jersey? Whose cowl you just knit that had brioche in it.
Tammy Gore?
Tammy Gore. That would be a good place to start for brioche.
Because it's a little section.
It's like the sections at the top end of this, which would be lovely. So that's a really good place to start because it's not a sweater. It's not a big shawl. It's not the whole thing.
Knit Sense. Jan, we love you, Jan. She's saying she loves brioche, and she's actually teaching Marion, who bought one of the kits, brioche.
Nice.
So that's going to be awesome.
Great.
I like brioche too. I don't get too hung up on it. I don't find it hard to rip. You just need to go slow and understand it.
I think people have a hard time when it's joined in the round. It's where the round changes. I think that's where sometimes they run into problems.
Changes.
Correct.
Yeah, the technique does change when you get to the beginning of the round.
Correct. Or even just a simple cowl in the round, a 2-color cowl. I mean, you are in the round, but that's all you're doing.
I wonder, does Lavanya, I mean, I know she does a ton of brioche. I wonder if Lavanya, I don't know how to say her last name.
Petrocelli.
Yeah. I wonder if she has any YouTube videos on how to do the brioche, or I know she teaches. I know she's expecting right now, so she might not be teaching at the moment, but there are lots of, anybody have any favorite videos on brioche? You can leave a comment for all our viewers.
Let them know.
Exactly.
Exactly.
The crafty chemist is saying she loves brioche.
Good.
Not sure. Could you make the shawl larger? You know, I would imagine so, but if I were you, I would reach out to Joan Forgione, the designer, Paper Moon Knits, and you can send her a message on Ravelry. I'm sure she'd be able to answer that question better.
We like promoting Joan because she's a local Long Island designer.
Yes, and she's actually designed a shawl for us for one of our yarn crawls. She's got beautiful patterns. You'll definitely want to check them out.
Someone's saying that Stephen West
has a good brioche video.
I'm sure he does. He started doing lots of videos, and I really do enjoy his videos. They're very good. He's good at that.
Nice. Harriet's saying that there are lots of videos, and that's how she learned. Wonderful. So you didn't find it hard learning from a video online, Harriet? Greetings from Memphis. Hi.
And what else do we have, Dinah?
Sorry, I got stuck on reading comments. What else do we have? How about whips?
Whips.
Should we talk about whips? could start.
You start. I have one or two. Let me see what I have.
So I had posted on Instagram. I had shared my, I guess, the beginning of my Winter's Beach cardigan, my ribbing, and I put it out there. Would you rip or would you continue? And, you know,
She ripped.
I had to rip. I'm a ripper.
Yeah.
I love the frog. Who was it? Kate said there's a reason why the frog emoji is smiling, because it makes you happy when you
Makes
rip.
him happy when you rip.
I ripped a little bit further along than when I started, and I am just so much happier. I did not pick up and put down my ribbing. I'm sticking to it, and I'm probably about a quarter of an inch away from getting into the body of my pattern. Would you
And
say it's about-
Dinah, the problem was she was looser down here.
Yeah, I think
the
if I were
very
tighter
bottom.
and then got looser, it wouldn't have been a problem.
And you
for me.
wouldn't have had to take the whole thing out.
Yeah.
But listen, you have to be happy with what you're wearing, especially, right?
Now, a lot of comments that came through, people were asking me if I was unhappy with the texture of the yarn.
Oh, no.
This is a recycled yarn, and there is texture in here. You can see the
little
unevenness.
flecks, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
So there is unevenness due to the flecks that are woven into the yarn. That doesn't bother me. It was the fact that the ribbing went wider and got tighter. You could see where I picked up and put down my knitting, and that's what really bothered me. So
Yeah, Knitting Posse is saying I can't see that, a brioche bandana cowl from Lavanya
yes, that's
would
another
be a
one.
good one to
The
start
only thing
with.
the only thing I found, does she start with the circumference or the tip? Because if you have to start with increasing or
know,
decreasing a
right.
brioche, that might be a little
Right,
difficult.
because that's the bandana
Yeah.
style. That's true.
Lorian is saying she's obsessed with your hat. Lorian, did you finish it? That's
See,
what I
once
wanna
you do
know.
it, you're going to be making a bunch of
It's-
hats.
yes, it's
You're going to be
fun.
making Christmas gift hats.
It's definitely a lot
Well,
of
since
fun.
Dinah is showing a textured yarn right now, like her Tweety, I will show you this one. This is just, I cast this on yesterday.
I have to show that.
And this is, let me get this out. I'm stuck. I'm stuck on whatever I'm stuck on in my bag.
Can I show the
Yeah,
finish?
yeah. It's on the, I put it in the bag. You can get it. I
Okay.
put it in the bag. It's right on top.
Okay.
I am using a yarn from 7th Floor Yarns. It's their Tweed DK, which I don't know if you can see the little nubs in there. You can certainly see it in the skein. And Dinah's going to bring over how I started my project.
The inspiration.
The inspiration 2 days ago, at the very end of the day, Dinah and I are fast and furious trying to send out some orders, right?
Yes.
And who comes into the shop with a cucumber from their garden, but my daughter with the two girls.
Grandma, we have a cucumber for you.
Exactly. She came running with the cucumber.
Lucy,
Yeah,
she's so cute.
so cute. So while she was here, we had a customer Ronnie, who had dropped off for some blocking.
Earlier in that day.
A sweater for blocking that she made for her 10-year-old granddaughter.
Yes. And what did she knit? Her granddaughter had a special request. She wanted a little shruggy.
Correct.
So Ronnie modified, which kudos to you, Ronnie, for
Yep.
modifying your own, modifying the pattern.
Yep.
She went and did the Gambit, and she did a smaller size.
She did the smallest Gambit size.
And she cropped it.
And she cropped it.
And she made a little shruggy.
Because her granddaughter wanted a short little thing. So I don't know, how did it even come that Lucy put this on? I have no idea. Because I was in the back.
She tried it on, and it looked darling on her.
And Dinah put a jewel button closure at the top.
Which was
she was so cute in that.
Yes. So Pam was inspired to make one.
So Lucy picked her color. She picked this.
Interesting. She also wanted blue.
Well, apparently what happened is some young girl, you know how kids are, some younger, a young girl but older than her, must have liked the color blue, said she liked the color blue. Now Lucy loves the color blue.
She's obsessed with
And
blue.
she was a pink girl. She was always pink, 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 pink. So anyway, it's the Gambit, just to show you the pattern on the, I don't know if you guys are aware of it. It's designed by Wool & Pine Designs. I'm looking for a better picture, if I have one in here. This is a better picture of it. We have the real one here.
This is the adult. The big girl size.
There you go. And Dinah's holding it up. This is also 7th Floor yarn, so you can see the lovely texture, right, of the tweed. So pretty. I love that color.
We've got lots of colors, and if there's a color that's sold out, we can certainly get it for you. They're really good about dyeing yarn. We love this cardigan and we love this yarn.
Right.
How many people are fans of
Oh, well, we should also say, well,
The
we're talking
movie.
about what? About what?
the movie?
What movie? Oh, Gambit?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't even know.
You didn't watch it?
Nope.
Anybody
not.
liked chess?
But I was going to say,
movie.
Dinah is also, we don't have it here now. Maybe we'll show it next time we podcast. Dinah is doing the sea glass knit version of Woolen Pines design, and I'm doing the crochet version. Of course, I'm test knitting, but I will not be done because it is a slow moving project.
Even the knit version.
It's slow moving.
Yeah, I was talking to Lorian.
It's different.
Yeah.
Every stitch is different.
It's tedious.
So,
I don't mind it.
And so I am on I'm trying to remember. I don't remember now how many increases. I'm increasing in the yoke. So I feel that if once I get past the yoke, I'm probably about halfway through the yoke. It'll be better because I'll have my sleeve stitches off and it will probably just go faster. But we're talking about this and picking colors. I told Dinah, I no sooner get my yarn attached for my round and I'm like already, what am I going to use for the next round? It's like
you got to plan it.
Crazy.
Just repeat. You have to start repeating.
Well,
Rona is saying that she loves the yarn that she bought for the Gambit. So she bought razzleberry.
Oh,
Fabulous,
she did.
hot
That's
pink.
a beautiful color. I don't even have that to show anyone.
I can't wait to see that, Rona.
It's like the pink on Dinah's sweater.
Stunning.
Even maybe a little brighter.
Beautiful. You have to
Beautiful.
go to the website to see it. It's a
very
hot
pretty.
color.
So that's. You have any other whips, Dinah?
I
know you must.
I do.
Yeah.
You go.
Well, while she's looking, I'll show you what
I have. I don't know.
We had a Zoom call about a week ago, and we talked about. I don't know what were we talking about? I forget how this came up, but I said I couldn't remember the name of the pattern. It was like a cloud from Joji Locatelli, which we started probably 4 years ago during the summer, and I finished. Last summer, I finished the body and I had the sleeves to do, and I just put it down and didn't finish it. I guess I was stuck on Sleeve Island, right?
Yes.
So I decided, you know what it was? I watched Kimberly's podcast.
I was going to say.
She was breaking down
inspired
how she knits it, because she used to do knitting.
Fast.
That was her thing. Her job, I guess, was knitting. And she would always say how she could make a sweater in a week. She would give herself 2 days for the yoke, a day for each sleeve, which is 4 days, and she'd have 3 days to do the body. So I thought, well, that's pretty bad if I just have 2 sleeves to knit.
Can you get them done in 2 days?
Well, if I sat home all day and knit, though, I mean, that was, I don't have that kind of time to sit and knit, but I did knit a sleeve in a week, and I'm on my second sleeve now. And the reason that I really was I love this sweater. I love this sweater. I use Shibui, silk tweed, and Seema. Right?
Yes.
And once it's done, other than weaving a few ends in, it's done, right?
Yeah. Looks gorgeous, Pam. Absolutely gorgeous.
So, and it's a great, you have it. Dinah did hers in a blue
I did mine
color.
In suit.
Yep.
A beautiful color.
A lovely
navy.
Blue. And so that's my Like a Cloud. I know I will get tons of wear out of this.
Yes.
Right?
Tons.
So and I'm also feeling good that I will have gotten something out of I'll have freed up a project bag and some needles.
Speaking of needles, we can never find our needles.
We can never find our needles. I still can't find my needles. Do you have anything?
I have a shawl here.
Show them.
So show them what I'm doing?
Yeah, why not? It's your own thing.
My own design.
It's your own design. It's not like show them.
I'll show you the yarn.
Show them the yarn first.
So I wish I had the actual skein like in the hang form.
Yeah.
This is a new yarn.
Were they colors at home?
They're all at home. I'm sorry. I was more prepared at the beginning of the week when we were supposed to podcast.
But not now.
And I should have been better prepared. But this is a brand new yarn that's going to be coming out. Are we allowed to show?
You know more about that. I don't know when it's coming out.
To show it.
Well, just say what it is. Don't say who it's from.
Okay.
Don't say. We didn't say who it's from.
No.
There's a new yarn coming out, and Dinah, when she saw the yarn,
fell in love with it.
Was inspired. Correct, Dinah?
I was inspired to knit a shawl.
Do you have the other shawl here?
No, it's at home. I was inspired to knit another shawl, and then I traveled. I was in Colorado.
You
In
took it
case
with
don't
you,
know,
right?
I took it with me to cast on, and while I was there, we had traveled to it's funny because I was thinking about Beth when she shared that she was, like,
Right.
inspired by,
How she names her patterns after the different.
places right,
Mhm.
and it's so ironic because while I was in Colorado, I was inspired by we went to on a hike to, Maroon Bells. Absolutely gorgeous,
Oh,
beautiful
yeah.
hike,
Mhm.
and you've got the beautiful mountains and the bells up top and the scenery. So I decided to revamp the shawl and call it Maroon Bells. So now you already know that it's a shawl. You know what it's going to be called. And here's just a sneak preview. Let's see, is it blowing out?
That's pretty.
So that's something for you to look forward to. This is a new design on my needles.
For the next
Sneak peek.
podcast, I know you have to show them the
original.
what's it, sand art?
Sand art.
Sand art.
You can look it up on Ravelry.
It's on
Sand art is
Ravelry.
published, but it was kind of a takeoff of that. So I'm super excited about this. This kind of reminded me of like the tops of the mountains and the snow. I don't know.
So
There was still
pretty.
snow actually on the mountaintops, which was crazy. And yeah, that's on my needles.
Very good, Dinah.
That's it for whips.
Yeah.
I can't share what else I have.
Well, there you go.
Rona is saying that she bought the knitting barber cords. They're fabulous. The knitting barber cords came in very handy actually because I thought I had to rip out my shawl. And Pam said, well, why don't you put it on the barber cord and see if it's long enough?
There you go.
Hence, I took my 3 cords actually,
Right.
and I divided.
That's what I said to you. I said
did that.
You have 2 30s and a 60, which is 120. Your shawl is not going to be
no
anywhere near that.
No,
so.
but I did use the 3 cords.
You did?
Yeah.
Did you take a picture of that? I
sent it to you, but I'm not not posting it.
Well, everybody's telling you that they're trying it.
They're fabulous.
Right?
They're really great. Total game changer. It was easy to slide my stitches on, slide my stitches back, to put them back on the needle.
Nice.
It was great.
Emery says she's knitting her Willa now. What yarn are you using, Emery? Do I know what yarn you're using? I don't remember you getting that. But just put a little comment down there. Tell us what you're using.
Thank you for interacting, everyone.
Yeah.
Kathy's saying she loves 7th floor yarn. So do we.
Yes.
We love Judy and Amanda. They're great.
She's knitting the night shift.
Using 2 skeins of Noro. Beautiful alternating skeins.
Yeah, you can do that with Noro. That's lovely. Who did that? Someone on, who did it with Noro was Vanessa.
Yes.
She made I don't know if she made I think it was a night shift that she made with Noro. I think she did that. I knew that sounded familiar.
There's so many yarns that you can do for the night shift.
Yeah.
You don't even need a self-striping. I know we had a few customers that just knitted in solid colors.
We had Madeline Tosh. They did Madeline Tosh DK.
Rios,
right?
yeah.
Yep. And
absolutely.
Rios, yeah, absolutely.
Don't need to do a self-striping yarn. Will we be getting a restock of Asylum fibers?
Oh, what an appropriate question that is, Dinah. I was just going to say, get the box.
Who would like
you
to
are
see
in for a surprise. Who said that?
God.
Who said that?
That was Jane Klein.
Jane.
You get,
you're like a setup question. It's like we told you to ask that question, right?
Here, let me go. I'll be right back.
I'll get the box. You talk to them. Well, you share. You have more to
Will
share.
you bring a box cutter, please?
Of course.
Thank you. So great question. Anne-Marie is saying she's using the linen quill. It was on sale. Good choice. Mary is asking, she's saying that she's using the cords while watching to try on the top for the length.
Yeah, there are so many different uses for it. There
Absolutely.
Really are. Is there a top or bottom? I think this is the...
I think this is the top. It's a tall, no?
Oh, you think it goes this way?
Yeah, there is no seam down here.
Ah.
It's a tall box.
There you go.
Is that too high?
Let me get you a cutter. Well, yeah, let me see you opening it. Let's experience the whole thing.
It's like a real,
yeah,
this is funny. A live unboxing on the live.
There you go.
Can we get any more live?
Exactly. Okay, let me just move over a little bit more. So can you get just,
yeah.
As long as you can still move. There you go. That's good. There you go.
As much of me as possible.
Oh, stop. Stop. I wonder what's in this box. I I know what's in the box, but I don't know what's in the box.
Now, this yarn is not on the system yet.
Yeah, this is,
so although you might get excited.
I see what's there.
Okay. You want to get this in tie?
Yes.
Okay. So to start, we have restock on Smooth Sock. It's the name of the base.
Fingering.
It's got 463 yards, and it is 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon. We have peonies, please. They're like doing construction next door. Sorry if it's a little bit loud. This is very awkward. I'm going to pull the chair back because they can't really see.
Well, why don't you want me to pull the box down and
Maybe
and I can hand you the colors? How's
okay,
that sound?
that might be better. That's Route 66. Now, this is the color that was used in Pam's.
Here you go.
Oh.
I have it here. I brought it here to Blanc, and I never did.
I was going to say, wow, that was very good.
This is my Route 66. Where is it down here? This is the Route 66, my medium color. This one right in here.
Beautiful.
Lovely color.
It's a great color.
Lovely, lovely. Okay.
Should we keep going?
Yep.
I wish I could sit. I don't like the way.
You don't like standing? Here, I'm going to hand you these 3.
Sorry, guys. Okay, so we got a lot of colors, and we have some new colors. Wow. Wow.
Putting them all on
oh
your
my
lap.
goodness. Okay, so a lot of these are new. So I'm not even, this one's tart. We've had this one before. This one here's the new color. It's called Twilight. Look at that color. Isn't that fabulous? Look at all the layers of color. Stephanie, to die for. Better in person. Then we have Studio 54. Great color. This one is back. This is called Talking Violet. We haven't had this color. Now, if you want to make a V-back tee, if we're going to talk V-back tee.
What's that middle color called?
This one? Twilight. Isn't that gorgeous?
It's very pretty.
Wow. Look at that. I'm not familiar with the cords you were talking about. Just curious. Oh, sorry, Lori. These are the knitting cords that we were talking about. We'll just hold off on the unboxing for a quick second. Oh, I picked up wax, so I hope you could see it. These are knitting barber cords. And basically what you do is there's a hole at the end of this needle, and you slide it on the tip of your needle. Let's see if I can get my knitting out.
I think she put one of everything on the top there.
Oh, she's brilliant. She's very smart. So what you do is you take the tip of your needle and you insert it into the knitting cord, just like so. And it's like an attachment. And if you want to see the length or try on your garment, if you want to put your sleeve stitches on a stitch holder, this would be in place of that. All you do is slide your stitches onto
the cord.
And
you can just tie it up.
And that's exactly what I did when I wanted to see the length of my shawl. There you go. That's it. And then if you need to just slide it back on, once you're done, you put the tip back on and you slide them back onto your needle, and then you just flick it off.
Oh, that's so nice
compared
to just feeding it off the yarn needle, right?
Yep. We often get customers who bring in finishing, and some of the people that we have, some of our customers had their old tools. And knitting tools, sometimes you think you don't really need anything new. The old stitch markers, they're like safety pins, but they're open-ended.
Mm-hmm.
And believe it or not, your stitches come off of the end, and it's very hard. Sometimes we end up having to pick it up. Your yarn splits. It could, damage the yarn. So this is a great alternative. Are all the colors out?
You got it.
Okay. There should be more.
When I dig down, I'm finding more of what.
Really?
Yep.
Okay. So then this is Pool of Tears, which looks great with Route 66. And we also have Scores. We don't have any of the pinks.
Any of the pinks?
Yeah.
That's it.
I wonder if there's another box.
I don't know.
All right, Stephanie, I feel like I'm missing some colors.
It's one of one, so I don't know. Maybe there's more coming.
Maybe there's more. Okay.
Don't know.
Well, we also got a restock in the gorgeous Bad Girl colorway in the Surrey. This fiber kit for, what was it, the Illuminate
The
sweater?
Illuminate from Andrea Mowry.
Yes, the Rhinebeck sweater, newly dropped by Andrea Mowry. This is actually restocked, and we have enough suit and tie to make a couple more sweaters. So if you're interested in the Illuminate sweater in this kit, I believe some people messaged me. Please call if you're still interested. Message me back because I'm going to have you on preference before I put it out. And that's it.
That's it.
That's our unboxing.
Those are the great colors.
I don't know why I'm so nervous, you guys. We talk to you every day, but this live podcast is getting me all like out of sorts. Okay. What else? What is the name of the cord? They're called barber cords, the knitting barber. If you type in cords in the search field, you'll find them. Someone said they bought 3 cords and 3 tins today. Yeah, they're great.
Yeah, you need more than one because so many times you put the sleeves on hold, you knit the body of the sweater, and you know, if you just want to check the length of something on a sweater you're knitting, it's great just to put it on the cord, you know. Yep. So there's certainly need to have more than one set.
It's also great if you want to kind of steam as you go.
Yes, yeah.
To check your progress. Yeah. It's a great thing to do. Rich is asking, where can you buy the cords? Well, I'm sure lots of yarn shops have them. I'm not sure all of them, but I know we have them, and you can look on our website. And if you just in the search field type in cords, you'll get the selection of colors.
And that's it. That's all we got for today. Unless anyone has anything they need an answer on. They love the cords. They're a game changer.
Yes, they're very popular.
And do we have anything coming up or anything going on? I'm trying to think.
Well, if you caught our live today with Beth McDonald Stone, she agreed to maybe come on next Thursday. So hopefully we'll do another live at 5. Again, covering the Knitting Posse and their knit along. We'll cover a new sweater and different options. Well, I'll probably post and let you know. Can I buy it in Europe? Yes, you can. Look up the Knitting Barber. I believe she's in
Finland.
Finland.
I think she's in Finland.
And you can definitely get them. Or Google.
I know they're in Germany. She showed that they were,
Here's the label if you want to search them. The Knitting Barber.
Fringed on Long Island. Yes, the pattern is available with purchase. Whoever asked that. Eleanor. So what top are you wearing? I am wearing the Willa from This Bird Knits. It's just a very loose or fitting, kind of cropped on the shorter side, fingering weight top.
Yes, I'm thinking, I think I typed in on Instagram on the story, I wrote Willow instead of Willa.
Oh,
I made a mistake. I'm sorry.
Willa.
Yes.
For anyone who's asking.
As far as the Fringed on Long Island, it is a free pattern with purchase. If you're interested in the pattern, email me. Let me see what I can do.
Where's the Fringed on Long Island? I don't know.
We had it out today. It's right there.
Let me go grab it.
Okay.
I got it.
Thank you, Pam.
You're welcome.
I love that Willa and the yarn you used, Kim. Oh.
Want to show them that?
We can.
We wanted to this is I'll give this to you, Diane.
You do it.
This is the Fringed on Long Island that Eleanor was referring to. Do I have it back?
The pink we just showed, this is called Bad Girl.
This is the Fringed on Long Island. It's just like a throw over. It's a great drapey yarn. It has a little bit of texture in it. And it's just a larger version of one that we had done for the Yarn Crawl in 2000, and everything blends now, just before the pandemic. Was this from that year? Fringed on Long Island? I think it was. Like right just before the pandemic started, the early March of 20, we did this. So what we decided to do recently, we had this Marlene yarn that I just love.
It's a great drape.
We had someone who had done a shawl in it, and we always knew it would be a great for a shawl. So that's what we did with 3 skeins of Marlene, which is not,
it's got these like slubs, these like chiclets in there. Yeah. Look at that.
Marlene is not a pricey yarn. I think it's $11. So the kit comes to about $33, which is not bad. Not bad. But what Dinah has in her hand to show you is...
Put it on. Put it on. You put it on. Oh my goodness.
It is, tell them about it while I slip it on.
It's called the Summer Jacket.
This is fabulous. This is going on my needles Diane, you have to straighten me out because I know I don't have my raglan seams on properly. Pull my blouse down.
So anytime you slip on a hand knit sweater, you want to make sure your raglans are in place. That's
correct,
for sure.
Correct. And I'm going to stand up in just a second.
This has a beautiful eyelet design.
Look how nice that looks,
at the top. It really does. It starts from the top down, and it's got an eyelet raglan detail, which actually continues down the side of the sweater.
So when I stand up, look at that, guys.
How elegant is that?
Are you just in love or what? Look at that. How beautiful. I got to move my chair. Look at that.
Right. These are things that we would typically cover on our podcast.
This sweater just makes me very happy. I am knitting this, Dinah.
It's beautiful.
Yep, you're doing it too, right?
It was knit in Sandnes Garn in Lena.
It's called Summer Jacket.
Summer Jacket
is what it's called.
Book 1908 by Sandnes Garn.
And I think yours was 12 skeins, wasn't it? This one?
I think she used one less.
Maybe 11?
Yep, 11 skeins.
The biggest size uses 14. So
this is the yarn. It's a blend.
Cotton, linen, and a little bit of
viscose.
Viscose, yeah. Is this not great or what? I mean, it's making me hot right now because we shut the air off, you know.
But looking at you,
wearing
2 layers of knits.
I know, right? I know.
It's so hot and steamy outside.
It is. But it's can you just imagine how great this would be? I need one of these for the fall. I do. Better start knitting now, Dinah.
Joe Wood is asking if we're showing the tank again. I don't actually have the live tank, but I can show you a picture of it.
From
the tank, Trunk Island.
The Trunk Island tank, yeah.
Designed by Beth McDonald Stone.
Where did that go? Over
Sorry,
here?
Pam. You're in she's in the hot seat because she's got to get up every second.
Here it is. This is the Trunk Island.
Does that count as exercise? I just want to know. Because if it does,
going up and down the steps.
If it does, we're switching seats.
My Apple Watch will not be telling me I have to stand up. That's for sure.
This is the Trunk Island tank.
I would make that. My only problem is my bra straps would show.
Super cute. Syl is saying yes. Yes, it does count.
It does count
as exercise, getting up and down. We have to rotate that.
Which Syl is that? Is that Syl from
Winter Syl?
Winter Syl. Okay.
Winter Syl. So this is the Trunk Island tank designed by Beth McDonald Stone. We are featuring her patterns thanks to the Knitting Posse, who's hosting a knit along in case you're just joining us. There's a knit along with Knitting Posse Beth McDonald Stone. And if you have already bought anything or you want to use stash or be a part of the knit along, hashtag KPBMS. I hope I have all the information right. It's starting September 1st.
KPBMS.
Right. It's starting September 1st, running through October 31st. They're going to have prizes. I know we're donating some. So you'll definitely want to join their follow them on subscribe on their YouTube channel, and you'll watch their latest podcast and you'll learn more details.
Someone is asking how many skeins for the tank, and the tank has 6 sizes. So it goes from either 4 to 7.
Did you size that? I think with Lena, right?
With Lena. I sized that with the Lena, which is the worsted weight held as one strand. You know, it wouldn't be the tin Lena. And it's 4, 5. Then the next 2 sizes each take 6, and the 2 larger sizes take 7.
Do you think it would be sheer 17 and a half stitches to 4 inches? Mm-hmm.
No, I think it's 17 and a half is what it says on the pattern. 17 and a half, and that says 5. I think it's fine. She's knitting it on a 7. I knit, then that's what she wants, and that's what she wants too.
Right.
She said it would be drapey. It's not meant to be a tight.
Would be more opaque.
I
know Lorian knit she knit the. Oh, thank you. Lorian knit the tank in. Is it fiber fleece? Right. Why can't I get that?
No, Flower Hill
fleece. Yeah.
Flower Hill, cotton. Yeah, whatever.
Egyptian cotton from
fleece.
Flower Hill fleece.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Did you find that when you doubled it? I know that Kate brought it in, but
on that.
Kate brought it in and she just had a little bit of it started. So I couldn't really tell if it was sheer or not.
It's meant to have a very nice drape to it.
Yeah, it's got movement.
So, you know, I mean, you can play with the gauge.
She was wearing it.
Exactly. She was. Looked great. And that's the story on that.
Allison wants to make that jacket. You should. Flower Hill fleeces. For some reason, it's like a tongue twister for me.
Well, I remember Flower Hill because that's around here, but fleece is what I'm not remembering. That's my
I'm
problem.
so sorry, you guys. Flower Hill Fleeces, and if I'm not mistaken, you have a day or two. Do they still have their discount?
Yeah, I think it was to the end of July.
Hell double, not sheer.
Fabulous.
Okay. I mean, we saw a bit with Kate started. It looked good, but it was hard to tell whether or not it was going to be sheer.
Yep.
It is still going on. So if you're looking for something different, I don't know what percentage. It's called Egyptian cotton, but if I'm not mistaken, it's linen, right?
Yeah, it's got something. It's like a mixed hemp or something.
Right.
I don't remember now.
Maybe they'll share.
I thought it was 20% off, but I could be wrong. But certainly, if you just go and on their website, I'm sure that they'll answer you. And that's it.
That's it. Any other questions? This was fun. Thank you for joining us. I don't even know how long we've been on.
An hour and 5 minutes.
Okay. Well, this is probably a good
time
time to
It's time to go.
Probably a good time to sign off.
It's 7:00.
Thank you for joining us. Please hit the subscribe button. I'm Dinah. We didn't even introduce ourselves.
Yeah, Dinah is the knitting place on Instagram, right?
Instagram, Ravelry, and Facebook.
I am Pam Sapp on Instagram and Ravelry. And Facebook is Pam Sapienza. And leave us your messages. It was fun being live.
Yes.
And chatting with everybody as we went along. And that's it.
Can they leave a comment after we post this?
I don't know. We'll find out, I guess, right?
Well, let us know if you like the live. You might have to send us
messages.
I'm
sure they could leave a comment. It's like it'll be posted on your YouTube channel, and they can probably comment. Yeah. So if you had a question,
if you like this format, let us know. Usually we tape and we don't go live, but this has been fun, and it's fun interacting.
Maybe once a month we can go live. Maybe something like that.
So we have the fiber content. It's 50% alpaca, 25% silk, and 25% linen, but it's called Egyptian cotton.
That's interesting.
Interesting.
What is the fiber content?
50% alpaca, 25% silk, and 25% linen.
Interesting. Nice
combination. That's why it wasn't so stiff. It wasn't all linen.
Correct.
It had a nice hand to it.
Correct. The silk made it nice, and it probably gave it a little drape. You guys are welcome. Thank you for joining us. We figured, next time maybe we can give you a little bit of a tour around the shop once we get it a little more cleaned up. Called Egyptian fingering. Egyptian fingering, not Egyptian cotton. Sorry. Okay, so we stand corrected. It's called Egyptian fingering. Live chat doesn't stay. No, the chat doesn't stay.
Right, the live chat doesn't stay, but hopefully you'll be able to leave comments.
Right, if someone's not watching it live and they just watch it, they can post a comment if there's something they need to know. But listen, whether you're knitting or crocheting, whether you're making a bucket hat or you're making a shawl or you're making the Flores, right?
Anything.
Right?
This is all good. We love that you join us, that you participate and interact with us. This has been great.
Have fun.
Thank you. Sorry, I was nervous. Have a great night. Bye. Okay, now how do we end?
Well, end stream.
Oh, okay. Bye, everyone.